So next we're going to be looking at calculating the breadth of a rectangle. Remember, breadth is also known as width, okay? So calculating the breadth of a rectangle, also known as the width, okay? So when calculating the width, which is here, the area of the rectangle will be given and the length will also be given. So you are looking for the width, okay? And the formula to calculate the width of a rectangle or the breadth of a rectangle is width equals to area over length, okay? This is the formula to look for the breadth or width of a rectangle. So we're going to be looking at an example to help us understand better, okay? A rectangle with a length of 8 units and the area of 32 square units. Calculate the breadth. We're looking for the breadth. The length here is 8. Here is the length. And the area is 32. So we are finding the, what is this called? Breadth or width, okay? So it's equals to width equals to area over length. This is the formula, remember, right? So we are going to input our numbers into the formula. So the area here, which is of it's 32. Okay, 32 over the length, which is the denominator, 8. The length here is 8. So the breadth or width, don't be confused, okay? The breadth or width is equals to 32 over 8. Can 8 cancel 32 without a remainder? Yes, it can. So 8 in itself is 1 and 8 into 32 is how many? 8 divided by 32 is how many? 8. So the breadth or width of a rectangle is 8. The length here is 8. The width is 8. Okay, we got 8 as the answer. And the area is 32. Do you understand? Good. Let's look at how to calculate the perimeter of a rectangle. How can we calculate the perimeter of a rectangle? We have looked at how to calculate the area of a rectangle, the length of a rectangle, the breadth of a rectangle. Now we are going to be looking at how to calculate the perimeter of a rectangle, okay? Do not be confused. So we have here the perimeter of a rectangle. The formula is equals to L plus W plus L plus W, which can be equals to 2 bracket L plus W. Okay, this formula is still the same with this. Do you understand? So to calculate the total distance of all the sides of this rectangle, which is the perimeter, to calculate the perimeter is L plus W plus L plus W, or 2 bracket L plus W. Okay, that is 2 times L, 2 times W is still the same thing, okay? We're going to be looking at an example to help you understand better. A rectangle with a length of 8 meters and a width of 5 meters. Calculate the perimeter. And what did we say the formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle is? L plus W plus L plus W, or 2 bracket L plus W, right? So we're going to be using this formula to calculate this question, okay? Now that we have written out our formula, what do we do next? We input our numbers into the formula, okay? The length here is 8 and the width is 5. So we're going to input it into this formula, L plus W plus L plus W. L here is 8, okay? W is 5, L is 8, W is 5. So we have 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5. When you add all these together, what is going to be your answer? 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5 is going to give us what? 26, right? So we have 26 as our answer. Or you use this method. 2 bracket L plus W bracket close. You impute the numbers into the formula. 2 bracket L is 8, right? You write 8, and W is 5, you write 5. So you deal with the bracket first. 8 plus 5 is 13, so you have 13. This is approximately a multiplication, okay? So it's 2 times 13. 2 times 13 is going to give you what when you calculate? 2 times 13 is going to give you 26, right? So you can see we still arrived at the same answer. Either way you use, you are going to arrive at the same answer. Okay? Do you understand? You use this method, you are going to arrive at this answer. You use this method, you are going to arrive at this answer. You can see the answers are the same, right? 26, 26. So the perimeter of the rectangle that the length is 8 meters and the width is 5 meters, the perimeter is what? 26. Okay? Do we understand? Good. So next we're going to be looking at calculating the perimeter of a triangle. Now we're going to be looking at how to calculate the perimeter of a triangle, okay? To calculate the perimeter of a triangle, which is the total distance of each side. To calculate the perimeter, the formula is P equals to A plus B plus C. Okay, why is it A plus B plus C? This is A plus B plus C, okay? We are calculating the total distance of all sides of the triangle, okay? And to do that is P equals to, which is the perimeter, is equals to A plus B plus C. So let's look at an example to help us understand. A triangle have the side length of A equals to 3 centimeters, B equals to 4 centimeters, and C equals to 5 centimeters. Find the perimeter. Find the total distance of all the sides. So we are using the perimeter formula, P equals to A plus B plus C. So to find the perimeter, we apply the formula, okay? P equals to A plus B plus C. We apply what? The numbers next into the formula, okay? A here is 3 centimeter, B here is 4 centimeter, and C here is 5 centimeter, okay? So we have 3 plus 4 plus 5. And when you add all this together, what is going to be your answer? 3 plus 4 plus 5 is going to give you what? 12 centimeters raised to the power 3. Okay? So the perimeter of a triangle that the side length is 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, and 5 centimeters, the answer is 12 centimeters raised to the power 3. Okay? Do we understand? Good. Next we have calculating the area of a triangle. We have looked at how to calculate the perimeter of a triangle. Now we're going to be looking at how to calculate the area of a triangle. To calculate the area of a triangle, the formula is A equals to 1 over 2 times base times height, okay? To calculate the area of a triangle, the formula is equals to A equals to 1 over 2 times base times height. It can be written as A equals to 1 over 2 times B times H. B is the base, H is the height, okay? A is the area. So let's look at an example to use this formula, okay? To find the area of a triangle, let's say the base is 4 centimeters and the corresponding height is 10 centimeters. Okay? So we're finding the area of a triangle that the base is 4 centimeters and the height is 10 centimeter. Okay, so to find the area, we are going to be using our formula. Okay, area is equals to 1 over 2 times b times height. B, which is the base, and the base here is 4 centimeter, and h, which is the height, and the height here is 10 centimeter. So we are going to impute them into our formula. 1 over 2, the base 4 centimeter 4, and the height 10 centimeter 10. So we have here area is equals to 1 over 2 times 4 times 10. If you look through these numbers, can anything cancel itself without a remainder? Can 2 cancel 4 without a remainder? Yes. 2 can cancel 10 also without a remainder? Yes, but we're going to be going with 4. Okay, 2 in itself is 1, and 2 in 4 is 2. So what we have left is 1 times 2 times 10. When you multiply 1 times 2 times 10, what is going to be your answer? So area is equals to 20 centimeters square, right? Centimeter and centimeter, centimeters and centimeter is centimeter square, so it's centimeter square. Okay, so 1 times 2 times 10 is going to give us 20 centimeters square. So the area of a triangle that the base is 4 centimeter and the height is 10 centimeter, the area is 20 centimeters square. Do you understand? So I've looked at how to calculate the perimeter of a triangle and how to calculate the area of a triangle. So I'm sure if we see a question on that, we are going to be able to answer them, right? Good. So next we are going to be looking at three-dimensional shapes. Okay, three-dimensional shapes. Remember, we just looked at two-dimensional shapes. Here we are going to be looking at three-dimensional shapes. Three-dimensional shapes are objects that have three important measurements: length, width, and height. Three-dimensional shapes are solid and have volume. Okay, so today we are going to be looking at two types of three-dimensional shape. One cylinder and the next one to parallelogram. Okay, now we're going to be looking at the cylinder. A cylinder is like a cone or tube. This is a cylinder. A cylinder has two flat surfaces, the top and the bottom, and one curved surface that wraps around its sides. It has two edges where the curved surface meets the flat surfaces. Okay, so this is a cylinder. A cylinder is a 3D shape with circular base and a curve that connects the two bases. Cylinders are commonly found as cups, cans, gas cylinder. Okay, I'm sure we have seen them before. Okay, good. Now let's look at parallelogram. A parallelogram is a four-sided shape where the opposite sides are both equal in length and parallel. This is a parallelogram. Okay, the opposite sides are parallel. Okay, this is a parallelogram. The opposite sides are parallel. Opposite angles are also equal. Okay, do you understand? Good. So next we are going to be looking at how to calculate the perimeter of a cylinder. Okay, how to calculate the perimeter of a cylinder. I'm sure we now know how to calculate other perimeters: the perimeter of a square, the perimeter of a rectangle, the perimeter of a triangle, right? So now we are going to be calculating how to calculate the perimeter of a cylinder. Okay, are we ready?